Namaste, welcome. If you haven't seen my part 1 of this comparing and contrasting of Buddhism and the law of attraction, please go to my channel and watch just that 9-minute video because I'm going to be furthering on some points that I made there. So let's get started. What I want to talk about is Boddhicitta. Let's define Boddhicitta. In etymology, the Bodhi would be the awakening, the enlightened. Chitta is the heart or heart mind. Bodhi, just like Buddha, Bodhi, Buddha, you see the similarities. So it's this awakened heart mind. And what does that mean? Well, it's this state of knowing that there's absolutely nothing to lose. Pema Chödrön says the knowing on a gut level that there's absolutely nothing to lose. That affects our manifestation because we are coming from a place of trust, of deep surrender to the universe. That is a way of releasing the small self, the part of us that is acting out of fatigue, fear, and chasing after desires that seem like they may fulfill our sense of self, but really it's a rat race. And it's like going around that hamster wheel. You're not really getting anywhere with that. So step off the hamster wheel. Drop into trust, surrender to this knowing. And what do we know? We know that we're in a state of perpetual becoming, that this is one of many lifetimes, that this is a journey that we're on together. Humanity has unity in the Word. We're in this together. So from that awakened heart mind, can you see your neighbor with that knowingness that there's nothing to lose, there's nothing to protect here. You don't have to act any certain way, just be. Just be your human self. The law of attraction is always happening. We can set aside time for rituals to take time to really hone in this vision. That's fine and good. Just make sure that it's not coming from the small self. In Ram Dass's Be Here Now, he has a page that talks about this really releasing the desire. Be like hollow bamboo. By being like this, by being present and just releasing the small self's desires, we come in harmony with the universe. What does that mean? It means that life goes beyond what is known, beyond what the small self is desiring and feels like it needs. Paul Selig, he's a channeler. He's been a huge part of my journey lately. I highly recommend looking him up. He has some great books that he's channeled in the past few years, some great videos on YouTube, very authentic, very real. What's coming through him is a lot of great teachings. One of them is the mudra of manifestation. You can do this with me if you like. Feel what it feels like to make this bodily action of what is always happening. We're always calling it in. Are we calling it in out of fear? Out of fear of poverty, fear of not having enough, not being enough? Or are we calling in from the knowing that there is absolutely nothing to lose? And in that knowing, we have awakened Boddhicitta. We have awakened this pure knowing that is right view, the first part of the Eightfold Path. If you can just get this one part of the Eightfold Path, you've gotten it all. Because really, to walk around with right view, to see it all with right view, to have the right view within yourself also, is deeply compassionate. I've talked about compassion and wisdom being the two wings of Buddhism. And compassion is not just riding around on your high horse saying everything's beautiful, everything's love and light. It's knowing that there are places of poverty. There is suffering in the world. There is despair. I feel despair. I sit with my despair. I sit in the hollowness, in the shallowness of just being human, and shed this fierce compassion on it. That's compassion. To be with suffering. So Pema Chödrön says, we can learn to seize that vulnerable moment with gratitude. That vulnerable moment, love, gratitude, loneliness, embarrassment, inadequacy, to awaken Boddhicitta. So awakening Boddhicitta happens through the moments that just occur. You don't need to seek them out. Just be with them. Presence is when the true self is here. You can't be anything else. So everyone is worthy of awakening. The Sikh, the Buddhist, the Christian, the Muslim, the Jew, the German, the Syrian, the American, the Chinese, the porn star, the priest. Everyone is worthy. I challenge everyone to see that worthiness. See it, if you haven't done this before, in your close friends. See it in your mother. See it in the ones that you love. Then see it in an acquaintance, the grocery store clerk. Then challenge yourself to see it in your cranky boss or your harassing neighbor. And allow this quality of Boddhicitta to rest into your soul, to resonate. When you carry that vibration, you're manifesting from this place of beyond the known, of more than you could ever desire from the small self that's acting out of fear. So trust that you are exactly where you need to be. I am so grateful for you listening to this video and taking this time. We're at a really pivotal time, and it's not like it just began, but we're really at this point of awakening together, of finding this connection and this ability to uplift each other. So I hope this has uplifted you. If you would please subscribe and you'll get more from me, that'd be wonderful. Or leave some constructive feedback. We're in this together. And just one last kernel is to accept. To accept is kind of a doorway. It's a doorway to compassion. So when things get hard, like you're in this really desperate place, it feels really tight and small and insignificant and like despair. And just let acceptance be that doorway that just allows the awakened heart mind to hold this awareness that there is absolutely nothing to lose. This will help you, and I wish you all the best on your journey of awakening, of perpetual becoming. Thank you for this time. Be well.